4! I said 4. Good afternoon, evening, morning, whatever time it is in the weird place you live. Time is weird. Today, we're going to talk about the youngest and newest child in the weird family of military multiplayer deathmatch games that, has kind of been getting really more popular lately. We're going to talk about World of Warships, who's not quite as popular as his football player brother, but probably doing a little bit better than the one that's just sitting around smoking pot all day. World of Warships is exactly what it sounds like. A post-apocalyptic future in which the world is ruled by empty, sentient warships who do nothing but battle against each other for meaningless territory in weird, island-smattered locales around the world. The game is a pretty apt simulation, with a huge variety of ships from 4 major wartime nations: America, Russia, Japan, and Germany, which are spread over 4 different classes. Destroyers are effective at quickly maneuvering, positioning, and outflanking enemies, and controlling large areas with torpedoes and smoke. Cruisers are your standard combat vessels, sitting at a comfortable distance, lobbing shell after shell at enemy ships, picking off smaller vessels, and forming the backbone of the fleet. Battleships represent a huge battlefield presence capable of delivering ridiculous amounts of firepower behind huge amounts of armor. And aircraft carriers, which send out long-range fighter bombers to deal with enemy ships, much in the same way I deal with cooking dinner for myself. Yeah, extra pepperoni, please. There is no crew to manage at all. Everything is run in real time by yours truly. Meaning it's less like this, and more like this. Which does deprive you of the joys of commanding your crew. Johnson, shell the enemy position immediately. I can't do that, Captain. There's too many civilians in the way. Johnson, you fire those shells immediately, or I'm going to bring you in for treason. I think I might be schizophrenic. It's a little bit strange to see that detail left out. The crews are weirdly absent from the ships they're supposed to be crewing, despite how beautifully detailed those ships are. You'd expect something like a crew to kind of stand out and kind of bring the illusion to life. With all the little touches and beautiful animations that cover these warships, you'd expect it to be there, I guess, is my thought. Even without them, though, the glorious recreations of all sorts of wartime warships from World War II all the way up to the present are meticulously done. There's a lot of little details and all sorts of little beauty that comes out of these ships. They were certainly close to the source material on this one. They did a lot of research. I'm actually super impressed. I love the way the ships look and how they move and how they act and how everything comes together to make these ships look real and alive, even if there's nothing alive on them. But none of this detail would matter if it weren't fun to play, and I'd say in that respect they get full credit. Shelling your enemies is pretty satisfying. The sound design of the game lends the weight you'd expect from a forward gun battery that could double as a home for a family of 4. Maneuvering your warship also carries a lot of weight, and that's to be expected from a multi-thousand-ton chunk of metal floating in the ocean. The rain of lead and deadly torpedo barrages can also knock out core subsystems. You can disable someone's rudder, knock out their guns. A deck fire can sink a ship almost as effectively as high-explosive shells can. Even ramming is effective. When slamming into enemy ships, you can deal a killing blow, though at a massive cost to your own armor. There is also a fair bit of ship customization that comes into the game. You can have modules which can change how your ship works, like improving your turrets so they take less damage, or consumables which allow you to do different things within a fight, such as quick repairs to put out fires, and these can be bought with small amounts of doubloons and have to be restocked between fights. There's also camouflage, which you unlock at a higher level as you level up through the game, which is a nice little bonus as well. Game types are pretty simple. Though there are varied missions to carry out, they often boil down to blow up the other guys with giant guns. There's death matches where each team has a base that can be captured, or domination games in which there are 3 control points. Either way, there will be lots of cannon fire. They are generally pretty fun to play on, and they serve that purpose of a means to win the game when that last little son of a bitch destroyer is hiding out of sight. Matchmaking is done through a tier system similar to other games in the genre. Ships are divided up into 10 tiers, you're matched with people in your tier or very close to it, and it balances the games. It's a pretty simple system, but it does a good job of putting together fair fights. And then, of course, we come to the in-game microtransactions, of which there are a few. World of Warships is a 100% free-to-play game, after all, so it's got to handle these somehow, and it does it pretty well. You've got 2 main currencies to work with: credits, which are your earned in-game currency, and doubloons, which you pay for. At the moment, it's possible to trade credits in for doubloons, though, at a fairly solid rate. Not too bad based on how much you earn in a game. You earn credits very quickly as you progress, allowing ships to be purchased in a pretty timely manner. There's also a premium subscription, which increases the earning rates of all of your currencies, including experience points. Ships also need to be researched, and you do this through experience points, which you earn by fighting, shooting, destroying, scouting, or capturing points. All EXP earned on a ship can be used to upgrade that specific ship with new weapons or modules, or can be used to progress through the tech tree and unlock new ships for purchase. This EXP is locked to a ship, the ship that it's earned on specifically, but can be unlocked for a small doubloon fee to be used on any ship. I find this system to be very fair, considering the rate at which you earn credits and the ability to easily convert them into doubloons. It's not a bad system for free-to-play. You've also got the added bonus of being able to use those doubloons very soon between all three of the World of Global Warfare games. Things like World of Tanks and World of Warplanes. All in all, it's a solid game with a fair free-to-play system that makes for a good diversion for people who enjoy naval combat. It's a good time and a very good competitive naval shooter. And it's something I would recommend giving a shot if you're bored. And an exceptionally fun game for people who love to bombard coastal settlements. Why, hello there. Thank you very much for watching my video today. I hope you did enjoy it as much as I enjoyed making it for you. If you did enjoy it, you would be a huge support to this channel to like, subscribe, comment, or share this video. It's a big deal for me. I love making these, and I want you guys to love them too. If you have anything to say, fire a comment off. I love talking to you guys. You are the best. But thank you very much for watching, and you all have a great one. The rain of lead and deadly Portito barrage. It's a Portito barrage.